everyone, and welcome back to Easy English Friends.
Hi, everyone. I'm Ben.
And I'm Emma. We are so happy you are here today.
Yes, it is great to see you all.
So, Ben, how are you feeling today? You look a little bit tired.
Oh, Emma, I am tired. And I'm also a little bit hungry.
Hungry? Well, that is a problem we can fix. Why don't we go get some lunch later?
That sounds great. But honestly, I am a little nervous about ordering food in English.
Really? Why are you nervous? You love food.
I do love food. But yesterday, I went to a café. I tried to order a sandwich. I thought I said the right thing, but the waiter looked at me very angrily.
Oh no, that does not sound good. What did you say to him?
I smiled and I said, I want the chicken sandwich.
Aha, I see the problem.
What? What is the problem? The grammar is correct, right? I want the sandwich. Subject, verb, object.
Yes, Ben, the grammar is perfect, but the tone is wrong.
The tone?
Yes, in English, being direct is sometimes good, but when we order food, being direct can sound rude.
Rude? Oh no, I did not want to be rude.
I know you didn't, but saying I want sounds like a demand. It sounds like a little child talking to their parent. I want a cookie. I want it now.
Oh my goodness, that is terrible. I am a grown man. I do not want to sound like a baby.
Don't worry, Ben. A lot of English learners make this mistake. It is very common.
So, what should I do? My mind goes blank when I see the menu.
Think of it like this. When you speak to a waiter, you need to use softening words. Imagine your sentence is a hard rock. If you throw a rock at someone, it hurts.
Ouch, yes.
But if you wrap the rock in a soft pillow, it doesn't hurt. Softening words are like that pillow. They make your request soft and polite.
I like that. I need more pillows in my English.
Exactly. So today, we are going to learn how to order food politely. We will look at 3 magic phrases to replace I want.
Awesome. I am ready to learn.
Great. Let's get started. We are going to do a role play.
Oh, I love role plays. Who am I?
You are the customer. You are very hungry. And I am the barista at a coffee shop.
Okay, I am entering the shop now. Ding ding.
Hi there. What can I get for you today?
I want a large coffee.
Freeze. Stop right there.
Oh, I did it again. I said I want.
Yes, you did. Remember the pillow metaphor? That was a rock. Let's try to soften it. Instead of I want you to try this phrase. Can I have?
Can I have?
Yes, it is simple, but it changes everything. It turns a demand into a question. Try it again.
Okay. Can I have a large coffee?
Much better. But wait, we can add one more magic word at the end. Do you know what it is?
Is it please?
Yes, please is the ultimate softener. Try the whole sentence.
Can I have a large coffee, please?
Perfect. That sounds friendly and polite.
Wow, that feels much better. Can I have a large coffee, please?
Excellent. Now, let's try a different phrase. Sometimes you want to sound even more polite. Maybe you are at a fancy restaurant, not just a coffee shop.
Okay. What do I say then?
You can say, could I have?
Could I have? Okay, what is the difference between can I have and could I have?
They are very similar, but could is a little bit more formal. It is a little bit softer.
Okay, let's try the role play again. I am at a nice restaurant now.
Good evening, sir. Are you ready to order?
Yes, could I have the steak, please?
Wonderful. That sounded very professional, Ben.
Thank you. I feel like a gentleman. Could I have the steak, please?
You sound great. Now there is one more phrase that is very common. It is a little different. It is I'd like.
I'd like. That sounds like I like, but with a D sound.
Exactly. It is short for I would like. I would like is the polite version of I want.
Ah, I see. So I want is the rock. I would like is the pillow.
Yes, but in spoken English, we usually shorten it to I'd like.
I'd like. I'd like.
Good. Let's try it in the role play. Back to the coffee shop.
Ding ding.
Hi, what can I get for you?
Hi, I'd like a chicken sandwich, please.
Fantastic. That was perfect.
Wow, it is actually quite simple. I just need to remember these 3 openers.
Let's do a quick recap so our listeners can remember too. What are the 3 phrases, Ben?
Okay, phrase number 1 is can I have? Phrase number 2 is could I have? And phrase number 3 is I'd like.
And what do we always put at the end?
Please.
Correct. Okay, Ben, are you ready for a challenge?
A challenge? I think so. What is the challenge?
Ordering simple food is easy, but sometimes we need to change the order. We have allergies or we don't like something.
Oh, yes. I hate onions. I always want my burger with no onions.
Okay, let's practice that. Imagine you are ordering a burger. How do you tell me no onions?
I would say I'd like a burger. No onions.
Okay, that is not terrible. It works, but it is a little bit short. It is a little bit choppy.
Choppy?
Yes, it stops very suddenly. No onions. It feels a bit like a command again.
Ah, I see. So how do I make it softer?
We can use a question. We can say, could I get that without onions?
Oh, that is nice. Could I get that without onions?
Yes. Or you can say, is it possible to have it without onions?
Wow. Is it possible? That sounds very advanced.
It is a great phrase. It shows you are respecting the chef. You are asking if it is okay.
I like that. Let's try the role play. I am very hungry for a burger.
Okay, I am the waiter. Hi there. What would you like to order?
Hi, I'd like the cheeseburger, please. But could I get that without onions?
Certainly. No onions. Anything else?
Yes. Is it possible to have extra cheese?
Of course. Extra cheese is always possible.
Yes, success!
That was really good, Ben. You used, could I get that without? And is it possible to have? These are very high-level phrases.
I feel much more confident now. But Emma, I have another question.
What is it?
Sometimes the waiter speaks very fast, and sometimes they ask me questions I don't understand.
That is a very common fear. Let's practice that. Often, after you order, the waiter will ask you options.
Options? Like what?
Like for here or to go.
Oh, I hear that all the time. For here or to go. And sometimes they say it so fast. For here or to go, it sounds like one long word.
It does. This is where listening is important. For here means you want to eat inside the restaurant. To go means you want to take the food away.
Right. So if they ask me fast, what should I answer?
Just answer clearly. For here, please. Or to go, please.
Short and sweet.
Exactly. Let's try another one. Imagine you order a coffee. I will ask you a question.
Okay. Can I have a latte, please?
Sure. What size would you like?
Oh, size. Small, medium, or large.
Yes, but sometimes coffee shops have crazy names for sizes, like tall or grande.
I know. It is so confusing. Can I just say small?
Yes, absolutely. If you say small, everyone understands. You don't need to use the fancy names.
That is a relief.
Okay, Ben. Now I want to look at your pronunciation. We have the right words, but we need the right music.
The music of English?
Yes. Remember we talked about linking words?
Making the words stick together?
Exactly. Let's look at could I have. If we say it like a robot, it sounds like could I have.
Could I have?
It sounds a bit strange, right?
Yes, it sounds very serious.
Native speakers push the words together. The D at the end of could jumps over to the I. Listen, could I?
Could I? Could I?
Yes, it sounds like one word. Could I?
Could I have? Could I have?
Perfect. Now let's try can I? The N jumps over. Can I?
Can I? Can I have a coffee?
Wow, that sounds so natural, Ben. Can you hear the difference?
Yes, it feels faster and smoother. Can I have a coffee versus can I have a coffee?
Exactly. And there is one more thing about the music. It is the intonation.
The melody? Up and down?
Yes, when we make a polite request, our voice usually goes up a little bit at the end of the sentence.
Really? Can you show me?
Listen to this. Can I have a coffee? Did you hear my voice go up on coffee?
Yes. Coffee? It goes up.
Now listen to this. I want a coffee. My voice went down.
Coffee. Yes, it went down. It sounds flat.
When the voice goes down, it sounds like a statement. It sounds serious. When the voice goes up, it sounds friendly and open.
Okay, let me try to make my voice go up. Can I have a sandwich?
Yes, that was great. Try it with please.
Can I have a sandwich, please?
Beautiful. That sounded very friendly. If you speak like that, the waiter will never be angry with you.
I am so happy to hear that.
Okay, let's do a signpost check. We learned the 3 phrases, we learned how to change the order, and we learned the pronunciation.
We learned a lot today.
We did, but before we finish, I want to do one Ben's work analysis.
Oh boy, this is where you test me.
Yes, I want you to imagine a full situation. You walk in, you order food, you ask for a change, and you pay. Put it all together.
Okay, I am nervous, but I will try. Here goes.
Action!
Hi there. Can I have the pasta, please? But is it possible to have it without cheese? And, how much money?
Okay, cut.
How was it? Was it terrible?
No, it was actually very good. Let's look at what you did well.
Okay.
You started with, can I have? Excellent. You added, please. Great.
Phew.
Then you used the advanced phrase. Is it possible to have it without cheese? That was perfect, Ben. Very polite.
Thank you. I really tried to remember that one.
But at the end, you stumbled a little bit. You said, how much money?
Yes, I didn't know how to ask for the bill politely.
How much money is okay, but it is a little bit direct. It is better to say, could I have the bill, please?
Ah, of course. We use the same structure. Could I have?
Yes, you can use could I have for almost anything. Could I have the bill? Could I have a napkin? Could I have some water?
That is so useful. It is like a master key. It opens every door.
Exactly. So let's correct your final sentence. Instead of how much money, say,
Could I have the bill, please?
perfect. You are ready for any restaurant in the world now.
I feel ready. I am going to go back to that cafe tomorrow.
You should, and show them your new polite English.
I will. I will say, could I have a coffee, please? With a big smile.
That is the spirit.
So, Emma, what is the key takeaway for today? If the listeners remember only one thing, what should it be?
That is a good question. I think the key takeaway is to avoid I want. I want is the enemy of politeness. Just replace I want with I'd like or can I have.
Simple advice, but very powerful.
And remember the intonation. Keep your voice soft and happy.
Up at the end.
Yes, up at the end.
This has been so helpful, Emma. Thank you.
You are very welcome, Ben. I think our listeners are ready to practice too.
Yes. What is their homework for today?
Okay, everyone, here is your homework. We want you to write a comment below.
Yes. Tell us your favorite food order.
Imagine you are at your favorite restaurant. Write down exactly what you would say to the waiter. Use the phrases I'd like, can I have, or could I have.
And don't forget, please.
Yes, don't forget, please. We will read your comments and give you feedback.
I can't wait to read them. Maybe I'll get some ideas for my lunch.
Me too. I am getting hungry just talking about this.
Me too. Shall we go get that lunch now?
I think we should.
Can I have a pizza, please?
Yes, you can.
Awesome.
Thank you, everyone, for listening to Easy English Friends.
We will see you in the next episode. Keep practicing and stay polite.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.